Welcome to Sports Wrap. I am your host, Robert Pickford Jr. And together, we'll go over the plays, highlight the details, and give you all the analysis for everything you need to make an informed decision on your games on a week-to-week basis. Welcome to Sports Wrap, early morning edition, Thursday. Just got through taking the dogs for a walk. It's December 11th, and the country is still run by a madman. Good morning. We're still unsponsored, and we can still say whatever we want. Okay? Good morning. All right, for starters, we got some hot stuff here. The coach for Michigan State, the Michigan Wolverines, has been fired more in custody, suspecting alleged assault. So basically, he's been the head coach for 2 years. And what I read the report earlier, and what this is coming down to is he had inappropriate contact with the woman. Set up. So what he did was he probably threatened some. They structure the words very carefully so that they don't get sued, but he probably grabbed a gun or threatened somebody and told somebody he was going to whoop their rear end. And they put him in jail for they gave him a little cool off period, and then he immediately got fired. So that sucks for him. Hopefully he gets another job somewhere else. And he learned a lesson about having sex with somebody that's 10 years younger than him or 15 years younger than him that normally wouldn't have anything to do with him. But since he's making X amount of dollars per year, the blinders come on, and then immediately he thought that was his girlfriend, when in reality, that's not his girlfriend, okay? OKC rolls again, ties 73 win Dubs with 24-1 start. What? And who will be writing this crap? Thunder blowout Suns matched the 73-win Warriors with 24-1 start. The Oklahoma Thunder is 24-1. Good grief. They are just crushing people. Lakers swat away playoff talk, focus on reeling D. The Lakers never have any defense. Suns Allen ejected after shoving OKC's home run. I saw that. It was more of a flop, but it's okay. It started a little fight. And there's nothing else really to talk about. It's a bunch of dead weight there. So we're moving right along. We got a good show this morning. We got the Broncos. Let's see. The Green Bay at Denver. Is that correct? We're not in a rush here. Green Bay at Denver. 2:25 p.m. Good luck on that game. That's going to be just like that Oklahoma City game. 3-3, 6-3, 6-6, 9-6, and then somebody will eventually score a touchdown at some point. It's going to take a couple hours though. That's just sad. This new league that we have, it's flag football basically, and then with the guys wearing the Guardian caps, that's weird. And then the dude from the Texans had the nerve to knock somebody's ass out with a Guardian cap on. I was like, wait a minute, you're in concussion protocol, and you're slamming your body into somebody as hard as you can and knocking them out. So we don't have any pity on you with your bubble cap, with your extra helmet. It's just stupid and it looks weird, but that's how these people like it. Everything is dimensionally disproportionate. The suits are real tight. Like, I don't know, a tight suit is okay, but damn, just right up your butt. Everything is weird. Now they got these bubble heads. It's like, don't you think that cap being larger would catch more area? Like, it would have a chance of catching friction rather than the concussioning effects? I don't know. I'm not a scientist. Let's see. We got Green Bay at Denver. We're going up, for starters, we're going to go with the all-time matchup history. Let's start there. Okay. Overall head-to-head record, the Broncos lead. Oh, wow, this is the first one the Broncos have ever led. The Broncos lead the all-time series 8-7-1. Regular season is 7-7-1. Most recent meeting, Broncos won, of course, October 22nd. October deuce 2023. Postseason notable games, the one that put us over the top was the only postseason meeting was in the Super Bowl 97. That was Super Bowl 32. XXX double I. Every X represents a 10, and the I's represent 1. That would be Super Bowl 32. Broncos won 31-24. I'll never forget that game. I was over on Dexter Street, and I couldn't even watch the last play. I ran out of the house because I was like, I can't do it. My heart couldn't take it, and they ended up winning. Postseason notable games. Only postseason meeting, which is the one we just discussed. Trends and interesting stats. Largest Bronco win, 31-10, and that was in 99. That was probably, who was that? Jake Plummer or somebody back then. Largest Packers win, 41-6. Damn, they shellacked the Broncos, 41-6. December 8th, 1996, so just 3 years prior to that. Largest Broncos win streak, 3 games over the Packers between 75 and 84. Packers historically undefeated at home versus Denver through many meetings. The first time they ever matched up was in 1971. I was 6 years old at that time. Only 16 all-time meetings. Wow, they have never really played each other, which is weird. They should make that happen more. Like, the Broncos have to play the Packers every year. Like, stop letting the Broncos play the Colts or the Browns. We're sick of that. Tired of these matchups. And they need to move a couple teams around, too. We'll talk about that on a future. That'll be a segment for a future show. Is relocation of a few teams. Ooh, we can go miss that summary. Now, let's dig up into somebody's rear end real quick. And that's Brett Favre, somebody who I used to like. And, I used to admire the way his performance was on the field. And, he recently got caught up into something real weird. And it's been about 6 years ago, but I just wanted to retouch on that to see where they were on that. Because he just made another comment recently, something semi-racial, like, yeah, take down the Tuskegee Airmen Monument or something, like, something wild, like, bro, you better stay away from that. And I didn't agree with them taking down those Civil War statues. Why would you take it down? Dumbasses. It's like you just sparked controversy, gave them a reason to mess with you. Oh, we're going to rip the statue down. That's supposed to be up there to remind you. Dumbbell. Dumbbells. Brett Favre, Hall of Fame quarterback, known for his prolific career with the Green Bay Packers, Minnesota Vikings, and New York Jets. Yeah, I forgot once they summarily had dismissed him, that they sent him packing, and he did well at all the teams. He's the only one that ever, that's one thing about him. He did well at New York. So I was like, this dude, and he could take a hit. He was tough. Let's refer to him in football terms. Let's not refer to him in post-scandal terms. So in football terms, man, that boy, he was like Elway. He could swing it 75 standing on both feet. He was pretty elusive, and he was super tough. Post-retirement, his legacy was impacted by the Mississippi Welfare Fund scandal. This was just why he effed up so bad. He stole from the welfare fund. Okay, now we know those funds are short in supply and sometimes do get misappropriated. So for him to that's like double stealing, and they don't care when people steal. It's called white collar crime. You have to. They don't stealing $10 out of a bucket and then running away from a dude ain't nothing. You steal $1.1 million and then you go out and have lobster afterwards. Now that's how you steal, all right? And then sleep well that night. There ain't no cops coming after me because I know the cops. Mississippi auditors, now this is where it was just effed up. Mississippi auditors uncovered $77 million out of Mississippi. That's the whole fund. What do they keep in there? 70. Okay, 77's missing. So what do they keep in there? 100. Okay, so that would have left 23 million left out of 77. We're just hypothetical here. I'm just doing a little math here. Mississippi auditors uncovered $77 million were misused, i.e. missing. Favre received $1.1 million of that. Just straight off the top, they gave him $1.1 million for just being Brett Favre. They were like, because for speaking appearances, he allegedly did. He didn't even do the appearances. That's another thing. It's like, okay, you stole the money and then you didn't even fake it. Let me go ahead and sit up in front of these people for an hour and they can just ask me questions. I ain't even gotta, make it real. Keep it 100, brat. Punk. Keep it 100, punk. Welfare funds were also directed towards a volleyball. And then he doubled down and built a volleyball facility. His daughter was attending a university. He said, you know what? I'm going to build you guys a volleyball. I'm like, what? We don't even need that. No, they did need that, but they didn't need him to steal the money and build that. Like, can you raise the money through your name? Or can you hold a basketball game or a fundraiser? It's something, Brett. A fishing tournament, you stupid idiot. You like to fish, don't you? Invite everybody down to fish and make them pay an exorbitant fee to hang out with you. Come hang out with me for $500 and we can all go fishing. I'll take out waves of people at a time, 50 at a time. Everybody be quiet. We just go out and we fish. Couldn't even do that. Welfare funds were also directed towards the volleyball facility. University of Southern Mississippi connected to Favre. Additional funds were connected to a pharmaceutical startup. Lord have mercy. Then he went, okay, he did a trifecta. He got straight up cash. He got to build a building at his daughter's college. Then he went into the startup business. Oh, let me go ahead and start up a pharmaceutical. And let me guess, you guys are selling Vicodin. That's provided to you by Pfizer, who just had to pay out, no, it was not Pfizer, one of them had to pay out $4 billion for killing a bunch of people. That's with a B, billion. Favre's defense denies wrongdoing and states he never knew welfare funds were involved. That's what you hire lawyers for. You say, hey man, who am I? I'm a Hall of Fame athlete. I can't afford to get my reputation. I make X amount of dollars just being me. I wake up being Brett Favre, and there's $10,000 in my bank account every month. This month couldn't even deal with that. Because then they go out gambling, and he's just a drunk. They love, that's what I hate about the South. They love alcohol, tobacco, and synthetic drugs, Vicodin. So that they get hooked on those painkillers and they blow that liver out. That liver just be sick. Lady sings the blues. Liver, spleen, pancreas, adios. And then they got to get it replaced, or they can't get it replaced. Lord have mercy. Claims he relied on state officials, nonprofit leaders, claims he relied, see, excuse me, here's the problem. Claims he relied on state officials. You should have relied on your lawyer. I think we just discussed that. You relied on a state official. You should have relied on your lawyer and nonprofit leaders who handled the transactions, dummy. Mississippi officials state he still owes interest on the, oh, wait a minute now. He repaid the money. Mississippi officials state he still owes interest on the repaid $1.1 million. Oh, so he snuck back in there and put that money back in there. Aye, well, we just learned something, didn't we? Recent developments and statement. That's why they didn't go after him. Now, okay. He hurried up and gave that money back. Electronic transfer of $1.1 million. Here you go. Right back in that mother without even blinking. He was like, nah, I think I like being outside better. Plus, he gets all this money. It's like, you stupid dummy. You should have never, you're a millionaire. Why would a millionaire steal a million? Because a million ain't good enough? Recent developments and statements. Favre revealed to Congress that he has been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease. I did not know that. So we'll say a prayer for the brother on that, because that's not cool. And that's from just, I think it's a combination of the drugs and the hits. It's not just the hits. I think it's the drugs, the hits, and then the fact that you're recovering with X amount of drugs every week. I think that just sends you on a weird course. He stated that the media coverage has unfairly smeared him. The controversy is the subject of the documentary Untold, the Brett Favre story. Untold, the fall of Brett Favre. Mississippi continues to pursue recovery of funds connected to the scandal. Bullshit. He already gave you back 1.1. You ain't looking no more. They're looking to make that shit disappear. Excuse my language. The welfare scandal remains a major legal and public relations battle for Favre. Yes. While he denies wrongdoing, state officials continue to hold him financially responsible for the funds they claim were improperly distributed. His legacy remains a mixture of football greatness and off-the-field controversy. This is AI describing this. Good job, AI, you dummy. You super intelligent dumbbell. All right. See, bear with me here. Let's see where we're at. Oh, yeah. We are our next segment. Kind of overloaded on the Brett Favre there a little bit. Our statistician, Trudy, overloaded us a little too much. Trudy, you calm down on that information next time there, honey. NFL betting and perception rigged games. Now, we have a new monster coming up, and that's, I think we've touched on this before, but the betting is just even worse. Well, it started with Chauncey. That was in our week 4 segment, whatever that was. And it's just gotten worse and worse. So right now we're in the football season. And what everybody's starting to notice is the online betting is ruining the games because of the point spreads, the way the games are being performed, the amount of flags that are being thrown, the amount of games that are being disrupted or stopped and then restarted only to try to have a different result. That's the best way to describe that, okay? They will literally, you look at the point spread, the Eagles plus 2.5. The Chargers end up winning by 3. It's like, you people, man. And then the Bronco game was clearly fixed. The end of the game, the Raiders were not going to win the game at any moment in that game, but it was fourth quarter, 30 seconds to go, and the Raiders start moving the ball all of a sudden. It's because of the point spread. So they end up, instead of them going for a touchdown, which they were supposed to do, they ended up kicking a field goal, which ironically got the points just in line with the point spread so that everybody would lose their money. So a lot of them W folk went crazy because they lost their money. Some jackass named Portnoy lost $250,000, and he went on a rant, which got everybody to thinking. Okay, why? And this is, I entered in to the computer why, and this is what it thought about betting. Why fans believe games look rigged. Legal sports betting has become mainstream because money is now attached to results. It's a great way to put it, because money is attached to results. Every flag, missed call, or replay review feels amplified. Social media spreads these moments instantly, making normal errors look suspicious. Yeah, right. Officiating inconsistency, rule complexity, subjective penalties, and human error create uneven officiating. This inconsistency fuels the idea of manipulation, even though no evidence supports coordinated control. I don't know if I like AI's responses here. Well, it's okay. We'll keep reading. AI thinks it's slick. When bets shift on late game plays, kneel downs, or flags, fans feel personally affected. This emotional connection creates the perception of rigging, though it is typically variance in randomness in gameplay. Okay. Sports books do not need specific outcomes. They set lines to balance action and profit from the VIG. Okay. We're going to move on from this because this isn't getting me where I need to be with what the thoughts that I'm trying to convey. So matter of fact, this is what we're going to do with this. This just can go right in the old barbecue pit. I think I might even scored on that. Okay. So now we're going to, that was some bullshit. So we're going to go to, we're going to picks. Where are my picks? Here are the picks right here. We are in week 15. I thought this was 14. Week 15. Okay. Tonight we got this lame matchup that they just seem to keep. Oh, Thursday night football. Atlanta at Tampa. Oh, come on. God dang it. You morons. Couldn't you have switched that game, put one of the other games on? For instance, I would have rather have seen Cleveland at Chicago on Thursday night tonight. That would have been cool. Okay. This league is, boy, Shedeur Sanders is doing well. I'm happy for him. We talked about that a little earlier. We're going to keep tracking that. Matter of fact, we're going to do a Shedeur segment next week. We'll highlight his game at the Bears. They're not going to beat the Bears. But because the Bears, they have to win because the Bears lost to Green Bay, who the Broncos are about to play. And the Green Bay has to win that game to stay with the Bears. I think we're on to something here, aren't we? It sound pretty good. I should have been the fourth guy with the deep voice. Doo-wop, doo-wop, doo-doo. All right. Stop clowning around. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Like that's a struggle. We're going with Tampa. Even though Tampa's running out of gas. They need to reload on players. The Mike Ant, the receiver, when he got hurt, that was it. That's their fire plug. He's done. He's had like 10 Pro Bowl seasons or whatever. Cleveland at Chicago. We're going Chicago. We're going Chicago. I hate the Baltimore Ravens now. I used to love that team. They suck. And those uniforms are starting to look weird. They're black with that real highlighty kind of purple or whatever. That looks like a vampire outfit or something like that. Change that bullshit up. Okay. Knock it off. You know, they're not in with the MAGA coach. All the maggots are getting hammered. Baltimore Ravens at Cincinnati. Baltimore Ravens at Cincinnati. Cincinnati all the way. They're hot right now. Cardinals at Texans. Cardinals need to be dismantled. As I'm going through here, we'll just talk about who needs to be dismantled and sold and relocated. Cardinals, dismantle, sell, and relocate immediately. I just changed the name, the whole thing. You call them what you will, but don't call them the Cardinals. All right? New York Jets at Jacksonville Jaguars. I think the Jets need to be sold, dismantled, and moved to another city. Did I miss anything there? Do you not understand what I'm saying? Okay. New York at Jacksonville. Los Angeles Chargers at Kansas City Chiefs, Chargers. Buffalo Bills at Patriots. Ooh, that's game of the week there. Patriots are going to eat them up. That's going to be a revenge game for the Patriots. Washington Commanders at New York Giants. I'm going with the Giants on that one. I will not pull. You know what? Dang it. That's kind of a tough one. I'll go with the home team on that one. Raiders at Philly. Oh, my God. The Raiders get to get well on the Eagles get to get well on the Raiders. They needed an easy game. Packers at Broncos. We got a couple game of the weeks. Buffalo at New England. Packers at Broncos. You know what? I'm going with the Pack. You know why? It's going to be a close game. That's going to be a chess match. But Riley Moss is going to be a big factor in that game. This is going to be the first game where Riley Moss actually cost him because they got that brother. Look him up. He's the wide. He wears a bubble head helmet, but he's good. I was like, wait a minute. We got a dude out here that wears a bubble head, and he's actually good. Come on. I freaking hate it, man. Come on. NFL. Bring up the NFL. Let's go to standings. Schedule. Oh boy. Having a hard time finding what I need here. Take it easy, man. Full scoreboard. We're not doing anything. We're not going anywhere. We're not doing anything. Roster. Green Bay Packers. This is what I was looking for. Romeo Dobbs, Matthew Golden, Jaden Reed, Christian Watson, Savon Williams. I think the brother that wears the bubble head is it's Romeo Doubs. Dude, and it's spelled Doubs. Doubs. He's 6'2". Sheesh, boy got some size on him. Okay. Romeo Doubs. Well, Romeo Doubs, I'm going to follow him. What? Enter my email. Never mind. He is going to eat. He is going to feast on Moss. He's going to feast on Moss. Guarantee that. And I like Riley Moss, but he's out of position. They should play him at nickel safety. Bring him in. He would be great at that. His vision would be more forward. He can't, when he's covering, he doesn't turn. He doesn't turn his head around. He's always in the defender's face doing like this, trying to block their vision. That's a penalty. Detroit Lions at Los Angeles Rams. The Lions are gassed. I love the Rams too. That puka shells. He's gonna put some puka shells on their head. Puka gonna have about 16 pukas. He'll have at least 10 catches. 10. Diez, if you can Spanish. Carolina Panthers at New Orleans Saints. You know what? I bet you the Saints are going to win that game. They have enough, just enough to spoil Carolina's party, but I'm going to go ahead and pick Carolina. I like the little kid now. He's playing a lot better. Colts at Seahawks. I've never seen a team decline as fast as the Colts. That was my squad. Remember, we talked. My squad is getting crushed. And now they're racist. They're hiring Phillip Rivers, a 44-year-old guy, instead of picking Cam Newton or Kaepernick or it's anybody but Phillip Rivers. Racist organization, crap, junk, drunk dad owner. And now the daughter, who's hot little 40-year-old coming out. I'm taking pictures. And like, get your ass back up there. Unless you gonna deliver the goods to a particular individual down here, some lucky individual, and go sit your ass down back up in them luxury boxes with your Rolex and your diamond necklace on for somebody snatches that crap. Tennessee Titans at San Francisco 49ers. Tennessee Titans at San Francisco 40. Oh, I wish Cam Ward could beat the 49ers. He can't. He managed to beat his buddy, though. Managed to beat Shador, which is some bullshit. Minnesota Vikings at Dallas. Ooh, I'm going with Dallas there. I can't stand the Vikings, even though I love the uniforms and all that. They almost need to move. Ooh, that junk franchise. Last but not least, thank God there are no bye games. No more byes. Bye-bye to the bye. Miami Dolphins at Pittsburgh Steelers. Jesus Christ. My Steelers can get healthy on them. Like, we need a win bad. We need a win bad. Well, then schedule in Arizona. If you need a win bad, schedule in Arizona. The New York Jets, who the Broncos got to play, and the Giants back-to-back, by the way, to give you a clue about the way things are going to go this season. If you need a win, schedule in the New Orleans Saints. If you need a win, schedule in the Minnesota Vikings or the Miami Dolphins. If you need a win, get on their payroll or their schedule, and you will be just fine. All right, that's going to wrap it up for week 15. The early morning edition. It was nice. Talk to you guys soon.